Most of you joined a student organization that was already created and didn't need to go through the steps of forming an organization. We will go over how you start an organization and how to maintain your current student org. We have many types of student organizations on our campus. Student organizations don't necessarily need to work exclusively within these areas. However, we use these to help students be able to find what it is that they're looking for. Before an organization is started, there needs to be 8 students that are interested in actively being a part of the org. It is also important that in order to keep your org active, that you have 8 members at all times. This is a charter requirement in order to maintain an active status. Recruiting is an essential part of keeping your organization active. We recommend attending the student org fairs, tabling, and advertising meetings frequently. As a special note, many classrooms have bulletin boards, and these are a great place, especially in areas that have department focuses. Think about it. When you're bored in class, what do? You look around. So why not put flyers in those empty boards? The second step is to write a constitution for your organization. This is something that each officer should read through at least once a year. You're required to adhere to the bylaws of your constitution, so it's important that you know what they are. If there are things that no longer apply or that you no longer do, then as an officer you have the ability to write an amendment. When changes are made, your bylaws will have a process or voting procedures for updating the changes. Some things to think about. Are you requiring student fees? Do you still collect them? If it shows that you require to pay but you don't, then this might be something that you want to change. Does the month that your elections are held make sense for your organization? Is the language used within your constitution protecting your rights and autonomy as a student organization? If you need help reviewing your constitution, you can make an appointment with the activities coordinator at any time to review your document and discuss things to think about. Again, most of you already have an advisor that was selected beforehand. You have it within your right to change your advisor anytime if you feel it is necessary. However, keep in mind, though, that your advisor comes with a knowledge of your organization and will be a constant to help pass information along and give you an understanding of your organization's history. Your advisor is not to run your student organization, but is there to help you understand your roles and guide you through your leadership development. All recognized advisors must be full-time staff or faculty of Purdue University Fort Wayne or IU Fort Wayne. As officers, you should have been selected through an election process in accordance with your constitution. If not, your organization must go back and vote for its officers. This is an important part for running student organizations. Many issues arise when elections do not take place. As such, you will need to record your election date on the recognition form. This form or DocuSign form should be turned in when the elections are completed so that we can begin the process of putting everybody into community and getting the information changed over for those officers. If officers don't start for a few months, just let me know and we will go and make those changes when that time comes. One last thing to remember is that the position of president, treasurer, and advisor must be fulfilled in order to be an active student organization. The vice president and secretary positions are optional positions. You should all be familiar with the Student Organization Recognition Form. This form is to be completed to let the Student Life and Leadership Office know that your organization intends to be active during the academic year. It should be updated any time a student organization officer or advisor changes. Please be sure that this is occurring after elections. This form should only be filled out once or twice a year. This form should not be filled out frequently. Per organization constitutions, the release of an officer must be done by resignation or impeachment, so frequent changes are generally a sign that there is issues going on within the organization and should be taken seriously. The last thing that you need to do is attend training. As officers, you must attend a training each year. This is the final piece of becoming a recognized student organization. Be sure to check in with one another and ensure that training has been completed by all of the officers. Failure to complete training leads to sanctions and possible loss of student organization recognition status.